Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Fluento, everyday English for real life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Hello, everyone. We are so happy you are here with us today.
If this is your first time, welcome to the family. And if you are coming back, we missed you.
Anna, I have a question before we start. Are you nervous right now?
Nervous? Why would I be nervous?
Well, today's topic is a big one. It's exciting, but it can also feel a little scary.
That is true. Today we are talking about living in another country, moving abroad, starting a new life in a new place.
Just thinking about it gives me butterflies.
Butterflies. That is a great phrase. When you have butterflies, you feel nervous and excited at the same time, like little wings moving in your stomach.
Yes, I feel that when I think about packing my bags and going somewhere new.
Many of our listeners feel the same way, and that is exactly why we made this episode. We want you to feel less scared and more ready.
And we have a very special idea to share at the end. It is called the One Small Conversation Rule.
But we will tell you more about that later. First, let's start at the very beginning.
So, Anna, why do people decide to move to another country? Is it always about work?
Not always. Some people move for work, some people move for love. Some people move because they want a big change in their life.
A big change. I understand that. Sometimes you look at your life and you think, I want something different. I want to try something new.
Exactly. And that is a very brave thought. I want to try something new. You can use that sentence. It is simple and honest.
I want to try something new. I like that. But what about the fears? Because I think most people feel afraid too.
Yes, of course. The dreams and the fears often come together. You think, I want to go. But then you also think, what if something goes wrong?
What if I don't understand the language? What if I have no friends? What if I get lost on the first day?
These are all normal fears. And here is something important. Feeling nervous does not mean you are not ready. It means you care.
Oh, I like that. Feeling nervous means you care. That actually makes me feel better.
Good. And a useful phrase for this moment is, I feel nervous about. For example, I feel nervous about speaking a new language. I feel nervous about living alone.
I feel nervous about cooking for myself every day. I am not a very good cook.
That is very honest, David.
It's true, but I'm trying, and I think that is the important part, right?
Exactly. Trying is everything. So let's talk about the first week. You arrive in the new country, your bags are heavy, your heart is full of feelings. What happens?
I think everything is a little confusing. You don't know where anything is. The streets are new, the sounds are new, even the light looks different.
Yes, the light is such a good detail. Every country has a different kind of light. Some places are very bright and sunny. Some places are soft and gray.
And the smells. You step outside and the air smells different.
You are using all your senses. That is a beautiful word, senses. Smell, touch, taste, sight, sound. All five are awake in a new place.
My first challenge in a new place was always the transportation. Buses, trains, maps. I once got on the wrong train and ended up in a completely different city.
Oh no! What did you do?
I found a coffee shop, I sat down, I took a breath, and then I asked someone, "Excuse me, how do I get back to the city center?"
That is a perfect sentence. Let's say it together. Ready?
Ready.
Excuse me, how do I get back to the city center?
Excuse me, how do I get back to the city center? Simple, clear, useful.
And you know what? The person helped you.
She did. She even walked me to the platform. People are often very kind when you ask for help politely.
That is a small win, and the first week is full of small wins. Finding the supermarket, learning which bus to take, saying hello to a neighbor.
Small wins. I love that phrase. Each one makes you feel a little stronger.
Now, let's talk about something many learners worry about: speaking English, or any language, in real life. At a restaurant, a shop, on the street.
This is where I have made some very funny mistakes.
Tell us one.
Okay, I was at a bakery, a beautiful bakery with so many things in the window. I wanted to ask for a small piece of something, a little slice of cake, but I forgot the word slice.
What did you say?
I pointed at the cake and said, "Can I have a small part of the brown one, please?" I made a cutting movement with my hand.
And what happened?
The woman behind the counter smiled and said, "One slice?" And I said, "Yes, slice. That is the word. Yes, please."
That is a great story. You used simple words, you used your hands, and you were understood. That is real communication.
And now I know the word slice forever.
This is so important. Your English does not have to be perfect. You just have to be understood. Imperfect English is still English.
Say that again, Anna. I think our listeners need to hear it.
Of course. Imperfect English is still English. If someone understands you, you have communicated. You have succeeded.
This is a good sentence. You can use it for yourself when you feel shy. My English is not perfect, but I am understood.
Wonderful. And here's another phrase that always helps. I'm sorry, could you say that again, please? It is polite, it is clear, and every English speaker understands it.
I used that phrase about 50 times in my first month.
And there is nothing wrong with that. Asking for repetition is a sign of good listening, not weakness. Now, let's talk about the part that people don't always mention, the emotional side of living abroad.
Yes, because it's not all adventure and new food. Sometimes it is hard.
Sometimes you feel lonely. That means you feel alone even when there are people around you.
Yes, you can be in a busy cafe, surrounded by voices, and still feel like no one is talking to you, or talking about the things you understand.
That feeling is very real. And there's also homesickness. We talked about this before, but let's say it again. Homesickness is when you miss your home, your family, your old life.
I missed the smell of my grandmother's kitchen. That sounds small, but it is very big when you are far away.
It is not small at all. Smell is one of the strongest connections to memory. And missing something you love, that is a sign of love.
But you grow through it, right? It doesn't last forever.
It doesn't. And this is a beautiful thing about living abroad. You grow. You become more patient, more independent, more open. These are all things that stay with you forever, even if you come home.
I like the word independent. It means you can do things alone, by yourself, take care of yourself.
Exactly. And even when things are hard, you can say this to yourself. I am doing something brave. I am growing every day.
This is a good sentence. You can use it.
And if you ever feel very sad or very lost, please remember, it is okay to call home. It is okay to rest. It is okay to take small steps.
Small steps, one day at a time. Okay, let's talk about the happy part, when things start to feel normal, when the new place starts to feel like home.
This is my favorite part because it sneaks up on you slowly. One day you just notice, I know this street. I have a favorite place to eat. I know the name of the person in the flower shop.
And I think routines help a lot. When you do the same things at the same time, even in a new city, it feels more stable.
Stable. That is a great word. It means solid, not moving, safe. Your routine is your anchor.
My anchor was morning coffee. Every morning, same time, same walk, same cafe. That walk became mine.
And that is exactly how you start to make a place yours. You find your corners, your roots, your rhythm.
My rhythm. I like that. And what about making friends? That feels hard too.
It can feel hard, but often it starts very simply. A class, a hobby group, a coworker who offers you a biscuit and says, "Do you want tea?"
A biscuit is always a good way to start a friendship.
The best way. And once you have one friend in the new place, everything changes. You have a person, someone who knows where you live, what you like, how you laugh.
Yes, you go from being invisible to being known, and that feels wonderful.
It truly does.
Okay, Anna, I have been waiting for this. You mentioned it at the beginning, the one small conversation rule. Tell us everything.
Okay, so this is something I learned when I lived abroad, and I want to share it because it changed my experience completely.
I'm listening.
The rule is simple. Every day, just one, every day you have one small conversation with someone you don't know.
One small conversation. That sounds easy, but also maybe a little scary?
A little scary, yes, but that is the point. It is small enough to do, scary enough to feel brave.
So what counts as a small conversation?
Anything. You say to the person at the bus stop, "Oh, is it always this cold here?" And they say, "Yes, I'm afraid so." And that's it. 30 seconds, done.
30 seconds. I can do 30 seconds.
Or you say to someone in the queue at the shop, "That looks delicious. What is it?" And they tell you. Maybe they even give you the name of the restaurant. Suddenly, you have information and a small human connection.
So it is not about having a long, deep conversation.
No, it is about the habit of opening your mouth, of being present, of saying, "I am here and I am willing to connect."
And your English gets better every single time.
Exactly, because real English is not in a textbook. It is in bus stops, bakeries, and queues at the post office.
I love this rule. It's like a little daily exercise for your confidence.
A confidence workout, yes. And after 1 week of small conversations, you will feel so different. You will feel less like a visitor and more like someone who belongs.
Someone who belongs. That is the goal, isn't it?
It is. And you deserve to feel like you belong in English, in a new country, in your new life.
Wow, I need a moment.
Take your time.
Okay, I'm ready. So, to summarize, every day, one small conversation. It can be 30 seconds. It can be with anyone, and it will slowly, gently change everything.
That's the rule. Simple, possible, powerful. We are coming to the end of today's episode, and before we go, we want to say something.
We know that learning English and maybe moving abroad can feel like a very big mountain.
But you are already on the path. You listened to this whole episode in English. That is not nothing. That is something real.
You are growing, you are building, and we are so proud of you for being here.
Now we have a question for you, and we really, truly want to hear your answer.
If you could live in any country in the world, just for 1 year, where would it be and why?
Would it be somewhere warm, somewhere with mountains, somewhere with a language you always wanted to learn?
Write your answer in the comments below. We read every single one.
And if this episode gave you something, a new phrase, a warm feeling, a small moment of courage, please share it with someone who is also learning English.
Yes, maybe a friend, a family member, a colleague. Language learning is better together.
And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to Fluento. It helps us so much, and it means we can keep making conversations like this one for you.
We will be back soon with another real-life English conversation. Same warmth, same good energy, new topic.
Until then, remember the rule.
One small conversation, every day.
You are braver than you think.
And your English is better than you feel.
Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.